Hello there, it's Hero TV and my name is Esetonia Inambo. It counts down to Edo gubernatorial elections. You know, there are tensions everywhere as in who will be the winners of this election. Today, I have someone very special. He's one of the APC leaders. He will be talking to us why Edo State people will want to vote for the All Progressive Congress. Thank you for creating time to be a part of us today.
Thank you very much. First of all, my name is Honorable Amslem Adima, a one-time clerical chairman, Esan artist.
Our question is very simple. We want to find out, you know, with the tension everywhere, what we are seeing around the whole country, why do you think the Edo State people will vote for the APC?
I think that question is very simple. APC deserves to win this election, the governorship election. Ezeyamu is not just a stranger in the system. Ezeyamu has been part and parcel of government. He was one time chief of staff and then the secretary to the government. And we all know the records, the records of Ezeyamu. Coming on board today, asking for votes from Edo people is absolutely in the right direction. APC is going to win. We are under the canopy of leader, Comrade Adams Aliyu Shomole, a former governor of this state. We all know what Shomole did, where he was the governor for 8 years. I worked under Shomole, and my people in Esan Northeast could still remember when I was the council chairman or what we did when we were in the council. We didn't fail the people. Ezeyamu speaks of a simple agenda. What it entails for any government to succeed is that simple agenda.
So we know we're having problem with this simple agenda. You know, Edo State is a very wide state. You know, when somebody says simple agenda, do you really think it's that simple to just have that agenda to rule, to govern the Edo people?
Absolutely, yes. As a former council chairman, when we came on board in Uromi, in Esan Northeast, people thought we were not going to succeed. But we came in. What you just need to do is to go straight to the roots. If you are dealing with the roots, the grassroots, there's absolutely no way that you will not succeed in whatever you want to do that is positive for the people. If you look at the government of Obaseki, the only reason why Obaseki failed is simply because Obaseki government is full of deceit, not going straight to the people, not letting the people know exactly what the government is doing. But that's why we are having this setback in Obaseki's administration.
When we talk about the APC and the PDP, you know, it's more or less like the name. Like I normally tell people, it's just the name. We are talking about the individual that are actually contesting in these parties. Ezeyamu was once in PDP. Why Governor Obaseki was once in APC? Do you think Ezeyamu will succeed, you know, based on where he's coming from?
Absolutely. Ezeyamu was once a member of PDP when he was in government.
Okay.
And then he's one of the founding fathers of AC, ACN, and then APC. Now, the difference between APC and PDP is very, very glaring. Ezeyamu is one of the founding fathers of APC. Things that Ezeyamu didn't like when he was in PDP, when he came to APC, joining hands with other leaders, they were able to put this thing, you know, in places. If I were to be in APC, God knows, God himself knows that I would not have been a council chairman. But in APC, they will give you that opportunity. It's a party that gives that opportunity to the young, old to grow.
Okay, so Obaseki hasn't been given opportunity to the young, old to grow?
I don't. For me, no. I give you an example now. In the last House of Assembly election, I scored 1,540 something votes. Obaseki took my ticket and gave it to Okiye. Okiye scored 400 something votes. The records are there. But today Obaseki is talking about Godfather. When you look at it, then you would start to ask the question, you wonder, who is actually playing the Godfather? Philip Schreiber once told me that, you know, in any given election, if you feature a goat, that the goat will win. As far as it's coming from the government, there's no way he will not win. Ezeamu, I'm one of, Ezeamu's political students. And looking at Ezeamu, I stood with Godwin coming in based on the fact that Oshomole supported him. I never knew Godwin. The first time I met Godwin was in Oshomole's office. And we worked for him. We formed Edo Voice because of Godwin to work for him. I wanted to be a council chairman. It's not compulsory. It's just a dream. It's an aspiration. But the party came up under Godwin and said, if you've been in council before, you are not qualified to contest. And we all stepped down. We accepted. But when we went for the House of Assembly, the reverse was the case. We contested it. I won the primaries. Ticket taken from me, give it to somebody who.
You sure this is not just an allegation?
No, you can double check.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I didn't go to court simply because the national chairman the then national chairman prevailed and said it wouldn't be wise taking the party to court. But having said that, looking back at what we are lacking, people talk of Esan agenda. One would wonder how come Godwin, he has been to the 5 local government. He has never on stage say I will hand over to an Esan man. It's obvious. The obvious is clear. This system of Godwin is full of deceit. I just said it with no apology. Godwin is not ready for anything called an agenda for the Asian people. That is the God's honest truth.
This is actually what is drawing the whole Esan people, because like we all know, Edo State, that is Edo, deemed 8 years. Esako deemed 8 years.
Yeah.
And now another Edo marking instead of an Esan man. Esan people are desperate. They want to be there. They also want to be recognized. And they are saying they are having the just one opportunity. If eventually the governor, Godwin Obaseki wins, that means in the next 4 years an Esan man will be there. So that is their aspiration.
Godwin really have Esan in mind. When we had the opportunity as APC to grab the Senate, he didn't allow us. He imposed the candidate in the person of Honorable John Osagie, the commissioner under his administration.
And it's not from Esan?
It's an Esan man.
Okay,
but we had people in APC then who could have more qualified, more accepted by the people that would have taken that ticket. But because Godwin, maybe the Esan people are not looking at it from that angle. Godwin has been, be part and parcel of the PDP. Whatever he did at that point in time was to shortchange APC into his own favor. Now we sit now. Godwin is promising somebody like Senator Odia a third term. He's promising Sedius third term. But he's not coming. Let him come out. That's what we are challenging him to do. Come out and say, after 4 years, I'm outside now. After 4 years, I'm going to hand over to an Esan man. Because as an Esan man, we have been shortchanged.
Yes, we have been
marginalized.
Yes,
and that's the God's honest truth. We can't take that, we can't pretend about that.
Yes.
But we are saying now that we want an Esan governor. And for us to achieve that, it would not happen. We have an opportunity now. The former chief of staff just resigned. He resigned. How come Godwin didn't pick an Esan man to fill up that position? How come, the HOS ought to have been somebody from Ewohimi? How come Godwin decided to pick a Benin man for that position? A junior, for that matter. So when you look at these things, and the same person, if an Esan man in Godwin's administration cannot be a chief of staff, cannot be appointed as HOS, a position that not we appointing him via his position as a civil servant, duly for him, taken from him and given to a junior staff.
And Esan people are not saying.
Nobody is talking about that. Nobody's. I remember when Oshomole, may her soul rest in peace now, the former VC, now married to Auchi. A lot of people from Auchi wanted
That position.
that position. But Oshomole gave it to that lady because at that point in time, she was the perfect person for the job.
Now, lastly, I want to give assurance to Esan people. I know that there are tension everywhere as per what is going to happen on the election day. Some people talk about the election violence, and some people are afraid. Yes, they have their PVC, but they are afraid to exercise their franchise. If anything happens to them, the politician wins, they are gone, and their family, they'll be in sorrow. What do you have to tell those people?
And the tension we're talking about, like in Esan, let me talk about Uromi. If you look at Uromi, we are brothers and sisters.
Yes.
The only thing that can happen in Uromi that day, the tension that you will see, the normal tension, is when, I'm trying to talk to somebody to please vote for APC. Yeah. My other brother is trying to talk to the person, vote for PDP. We don't strike. We don't. Because once we are out of that feed, the bonds comes together. Yeah. The Onoji of Uromi will not allow anything like strike amongst people of Uromi. Same with Hosea. It's not something we are known for. We don't. It doesn't mean gunshot and not in Uromi. What the best thing that can happen that day, you canvass. And at the end point, there must be a winner and there will be a loser. And we'll accept. It's as simple as that. It's not about do or die affair. I contested an election in this town. And, I think it was with Patrick Ilobe. Ilobe was on the other side, PDP, and I myself, APC. Ilobe won, and I accepted. That's it. I was satisfied because I did all I needed to do. But at the end of the day, I didn't win. So I want somebody like Governor Obaseki to take whatever the way it comes in good faith.
Okay.
The same thing to my candidate, Esan, to take it. By the special grace of God, is going to smile home. Thank you very much.
Edo election is very close, and Esan people are not known for violence. When the election comes, the winner wins and the loser loses, and one person will definitely win. So let's have one mind, one vote, do the needful and go back to your houses. My name is Esan Inambo. Keep watching Hero TV.